Hi and welcome to my July review, and we start the month with a very positive aspect. We have Mars making a square to Pluto, and this brings out tremendous amount of intense energy. Pluto being in your first house, this is about you. This is about you making transformations and changes. Mars is in the fourth house, so you may also want to direct energy into the home area and family area of your life. Now, the other thing with this aspect is you just need to be a little bit careful, because although it's got tremendous positive, powerful energy, it also has a negative side, and it could be involvement in a power struggle if you're not careful, so that's something to be avoided. On the second, we have a bit of a difficult one, because we have Mercury making two aspects which are quite different from each other. We have an aspect to the second house, which would be great because it's to Saturn and it'll help you to organise your finances and budget. But then we also have an aspect to Neptune, is in the third house of the mind. So it's a very creative aspect, but it can also cause daydreaming and a fantasy world that builds up. But if you can use the creative element in the planning and organising your finances, you'll get the best of both worlds. There's another creative aspect on the 5th, as Mars, who's just moved into Taurus, is 0 degrees in the sign and in your 5th house. Makes a positive aspect to Mercury, who's now moved into Cancer, into your 7th house, and is also at 0 degrees. 0 degrees is the most powerful degree of any sign, so this is where the energy is at its most pure form. And this is great for the creative side, it's great for working with others, it's good for relationships, also it's good for love and having fun and enjoying yourself. So use the energy, channel it into something that's rather creative or artistic. Then on the 6th, we have Venus making an aspect to Chiron. Now, Venus is in that 6th house of work, Chiron in the 4th house. This is a day when you can help a family member or a colleague at work and to give them advice or listen to their problems. On the 8th, you may feel that people are putting too much on you. You have the Sun making a square to Chiron in the area of the family, so there may be a family member or your partner, as the Sun is in the 7th, and this needs to be discussed. Then on the 9th, it's an exciting day because we have the Sun making an aspect to Uranus, and Uranus is in that 5th house of creativity. So this is a time when you won't be want to deal with the boring routine things of the day. You want something a bit more exciting. You want to socialise and be out there with friends and be enjoying yourself. Also, you'll be full of confidence because we have a positive aspect to Jupiter. Mindfulness is what's needed on the 10th, because Mercury comes together with the Black Moon Lilith in your 7th house of others, and this is the communication sign, Mercury. So you just need to be mindful of what you say and how you say it on this day. Then on the 12th, another exciting aspect, because the Sun makes a positive aspect to the Moon's North Node, again in that 5th house. So this is a good time. It's a day when someone would inspire you or help you to make an important decision that involves your destiny going forward. There's also a positive aspect between Venus and Saturn on this day, so it's a good time to talk about or discuss finances and how you can improve your situation. On the 13th, we have a full moon in Capricorn, your sign, so it's in your 1st house. Over the last 2 weeks, with the Sun having gone into the 7th house, the focus has been very much on other people, especially with the influence you have in the 4th house of family and home as well. But now it's time to spend a little bit of time on yourself. Maybe there's a project or something that you've been willing or meaning to do, then it's time to start that now and get it done. But also time to balance homework and career with other people's needs, and make sure that everything is in nice order. Now, the other thing with this moon is it's detriment in Capricorn, your sign, so the emotional side is stifled slightly. So if you are expecting a lot of emotion with this full moon, it's not going to happen. But there is another aspect that means you might be inclined to romantic thoughts, with Venus making an aspect to Neptune. And also the third aspect on the day is between Mercury and Chiron. Chiron's in that fourth house, so it's a great time to discuss anything regarding the home or discuss things with family members. Between the 14th and the 16th, Mercury makes 3 aspects. This is a time of great socialising and having fun. The first aspect is to Uranus. This is a positive aspect in the 5th house of creativity and socialising. So here we might see different people coming into your life. And it's no good to plan things out too much because things will change at the last minute with Uranus in this position. Then the following day, the 15th, there's an aspect to the Moon's North Node, also in that same area. So here we see that someone may help you, guide you, give you some information, or just point you in the right direction. And this could indicate that there is a possibility of a change of direction going on. And then the last aspect, we have the Sun and Mercury coming together. This is in your 7th house. So this is a fine time for communicating with others. This is a time where you'll be very eloquent, you'll be able to get your point across very easily. And this is also a time when you can charm people with this positive aspect between these two. While the Sun and Mercury are conjunct, they make 2 aspects. First, on the 17th is one which is very powerful, very intense. It's in opposition to Pluto, and this has great transforming qualities, maybe for yourself or for a relationship, because we have Pluto in the 1st and the conjunction in the 7th house. Now, the only thing to be aware of is this can bring up power struggles, so just be aware of that. And then the other aspect on the 18th is to Neptune. Now, this is in the 3rd house, so the mind will be stimulated again with romantic thoughts, but also it's a very dreamy day, very creative day. It's very good for writing, for poetry, and anything that's artistic that involves the 3rd house of communication. On the 19th, we have a good opportunity to discuss things, bring things out in the open within your partnerships. This is business or relationship wise. Mars is making a positive aspect to the Black Moon Lilith. The only thing you need to be aware of is that anger can come to surface very easily, so you need to be aware of that. Talk, but keep a lid on any feelings of anger that surface. Then the following day, on the 20th, we have Chiron going retrograde. Now Chiron's in that 4th house, so the 4th house represents the past, so there could be wounds that come up regarding the past that need to be healed and dealt with, and also to do with family, and there could also be things to do with the home that come up. Anything around these areas needs to be worked on and healed while Chiron is in retrograde. On the 23rd, we have the Sun moving into Leo, and this is your 8th house. So this is a change of emphasis. And emphasis will now be upon any shared resources, and also on you becoming more aware of other people, whether it's in a relationship or whether it's in a bigger group of people, that you need to use your perception and your intuition to gauge how people react to things. The aspect between Mercury and Pluto means it's a good time for planning, especially around the home area and any financial issues that you need to work with. On the 24th, you need to be a little bit careful because Venus makes an aspect to Jupiter in that home area. So you may have had some ideas on the previous day, but just don't overdo it, don't overspend, because there is a tendency to overindulge with this aspect. Best to err on the side of caution on the 26th, because we have a square between Mars and Mercury, and this can cause irritation. Everything can be challenging on a day like today, so it's best to let things go and concentrate, because accidents can easily happen. Then on the 27th, we have a fantastic fun day, because we have Venus and the Black Moon Lilith come together. These two are like naughty twins. They like to have fun and drama, and it's a great day for passion and excitement, as it's in your 7th house of relationships. And also you'll be able to relate well to people, because we have Mercury in aspect to Chiron. Very exciting day on the 28th because we have our new moon. The new moon's in Leo. This is the sun in its best position, and it's also in the 8th house. This is the house of transformation to you, the house of Scorpio and Pluto. So this is going to be an amazing time. And to help you, we have Uranus making a conjunction with the moon's north node, and this is happening for 19 days in your 5th house. So this is brilliant. It's a creative time of change. This is a time you need to embrace all things new and use your intuition, use your perception to its greatest, and so that you can read into things and know and sense what direction you need to do and what you actually will benefit from these changes that are coming through. Now we also have Jupiter going retrograde at the same time. Jupiter going retrograde will increase the level in which your soul can evolve and grow. This is a perfect time for all these changes to happen. Also, Jupiter in the 4th house, it's a good time to identify with your past and your family roots, and use that to propel yourself forward into the future. We finished the month on a very similar note to which we started, a Mars aspect, and this time it's making a triple conjunction with the Uranus North Node conjunction we just spoke about. So this will add a lot of power and energy to that situation. You should be able to be very clear in your thinking and what it is you need to do. We also have Mercury making opposition to Saturn, so this will help with your clear thinking and planning, and a real boost of confidence because the Sun makes a positive aspect to Jupiter. So all in all, this is going to be a fantastic month of change for you Capricorns, and you need to make the most of this and take any opportunity that comes your way. Thank you for watching my July review. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave me a comment, I'd be glad to hear from you.